One of the most common actions you might take as a UN user within UNGM is to send an email to somebody, to a vendor or perhaps another UN user. So rather than having to write similar emails over and over again, we offer you the ability to create email templates personalized to yourself. So there's a page under the UN user menu called My Email Templates, and clicking on this link will lead to this page here where I have the ability to create as many email templates as I like. I can also categorize the email templates based on the nature of the template and therefore in which part of the system it might be useful for me to use it. So if I add another email template here, the first thing to do is to select which type of email we have. There's a few different options. I'm going to choose one, for example, vendor to update. So vendor to update is a process that happens where you evaluate a vendor, but you're not quite satisfied with the information they provided, or you need a little bit more clarity. And so the way that you will try and get that clarity from the vendor is to send them an email. So it's very helpful to be able to have an email template to do with vendor to update, and you can enter some basic details here in the template, and then you can always later on supply the specifics that are required for that particular vendor. You also have the option to fill in French and or Spanish subject and body for the email. If the vendor is chosen, French or Spanish is their language, then they will see that text if present. If it's not present, it is optional. It will always default to English. So what I can do is save that template. Please supply more information. I can also edit or delete any of the templates that I've created in the past. And if I switch to an evaluation, for example, so here is an evaluation which I've assigned to myself, and what I'm going to do is say, well, I'm going to ask this vendor to update. Yes, I'm sure I want to do that. And when you ask a vendor to update, first you must fill in which area of information that you need to be filled in, clarified. This information is used internally. So what I just say is perhaps, for example, the address needs more information. And when I click on save here, you'll see that it offers me the ability to choose from any of my templates. Now it's chosen this one by default because this one is the first vendor to update email template that I've created. I'm free to use any other template, even if the template category is not vendor to update. However, typically, of course, I will use a vendor to update. In this case, I'm going to use the one I just created and say use this template, and you can see that the text that I filled in is here already, and I can fill in more text. And then when I click to actually send this email, the extra text that I've written here will be in the actual email. However, the email, of course, the text, of course, will not be in the email template itself, because it is a template and you use it over and over again with only minor changes between the specific uses.